Good evening, Monica Watley, District 7. Thanks for giving me a few minutes to express how disappointed I am that the sheriff signed that 287G agreement. So circling back to that topic, I don't have a copy of the agreement that he signed. I did request it. I emailed Sheriff Countryman. I haven't heard back. I actually went to the building to inquire about that and got escorted out. So I would love to have a meeting with Sheriff Countryman. I would love to learn more about what's in the agreement. Thank y'all for passing out. I found just the template task force model agreement on ICE's website. So that's what I will be referring to, assuming that that's what the sheriff signed. I've also included a one-page flyer from ICE's website for y'all to look at, which has some more information about the task force model and 287G. You know, based on my read of this agreement, there is not a single power granted in this agreement that has anything to do with criminal investigations or criminal arrests. Not a thing. And please read it for yourself. Please help me understand. Sheriff Countryman, I welcome you to meet with me or let us know what's going on in this agreement, because I don't see anything about criminal investigations and criminal arrests. And on the one-page flyer, it specifically highlights that for this task force model, the one in the middle that I've circled there for you, one of the highlights of this model is to report people not charged with crimes under this specific agreement. It also appears to be the only one of the three models that advertises funding. So I wonder if that's what this is about. Maybe y'all can help us answer some of those questions. Other questions I have, which Ms. Barnes, you've already asked too, what was the sheriff not able to do before that he can do now under this agreement? How does this task force compare with something like Operation Sweet Silence, which took place before 287G was signed? As Sheriff Countryman said, if ICE needs to come get someone from the Muskogee County Jail who has been arrested and charged with a crime, they can do that. They can already do that, and they've been doing that. Why do they need this new agreement? If ICE wants to go out and detain people in our community themselves, they can do that. They can already do that. They've been doing that. We don't need more ICE officers out on our street. We have an oversupply of ICE officers in our community, thanks to the detention capital of the USA being 45 minutes away from Muskogee County in Stewart County. So maybe with all of that new ICE money that you see on the flyer there, maybe Sheriff Countryman can hire a PR consultant to help him understand how to communicate with the immigrant community, because he doesn't know how. I was the one that let the Ledger Inquirer know about the 287G agreement, so I don't know why he's taking credit for that. It's not in a language that many of our community members can read and understand. So I would like to take this opportunity to share a few comments from some community members who were maybe too scared to come to this podium and maybe too scared to even talk to you. These are people who can't vote for the sheriff and they can't vote for you, but they live and work in your districts and they should matter to you. And they are the ones most heavily impacted by this agreement. Person one, if there is a dangerous situation, it's going to take a lot to call the police about whatever is happening. And if someone witnesses a crime, they will not want to collaborate with the police anymore. Person two, my family would like to know, what are the exact limits of the local officials? Are they only going to detain criminals, or are they going to go after us like what we see happening in other states? We want to know with certainty if a city police or county sheriff will stop us in the street or at a traffic stop to ask our immigration status, or is it only if we commit an infraction? Person three, according to this new contract, the officer can arrest us simply if they believe we are undocumented, true, and take us to the Stewart Detention Center, true. I just hope the person who stops us is not racist. Person four, I pray for every one of us who goes out every day on those streets. Only God can help us now. Person five, I don't know how I got to work today, Monica. I was driving with tears streaming down my face and I couldn't see the road. I thank God I made it without having an accident. So if this is all about making our community safer, I ask, safer for whom? Forgive me for not believing the sheriff when he says nothing is going to change. The agreement has some pretty strong and powerful new language in it. This is not business as usual. If he needs intelligence, he can sign a different agreement. This is not something you quietly sign with no context, no discussion, and no warning. And now he's cleaning up his PR mistake after the fact. He signed this on the same day that an ICE officer killed an innocent man in Houston. What a bizarre coincidence
Watley,
at best.
I hate to stop you. You're welcome to come back for another 3 minutes at the end of the clerk's